Hey, what's going on? Shooting a little long distance today from my long distance setup. It's really only the only year I've ever had this because I bought a redneck blind, but I'm poached up on a 10-foot platform looking down my long range. Today I'm doing some long range shooting and I'm starting with a warm-up round at 45 yards. Typically whenever I'm long range shooting, I'm preparing for deer season, which my shots are 40 and in. So today I'm going to be lobbing arrows out at 60, 70 yards. So I'm going to use today's long distance shooting to get even more dialed in with my bow, because if you can hit a consistent group at that yardage, it makes the 40, 30, and 20 yard shots that much easier. And typically 40 yards is as far as I'll shoot comfortably at a deer with my bow. So I do practice way beyond that and just try to hit a good grouping. So we're going to start with a nice easy 45 yard warm up for first couple of arrows. That ain't too bad for a warm-up shot. This was my first one. This one was my Wildcat, and then these four, they're pretty good. 3 in the heart and 1 in the upper lung of my target. So good warm-up. Let's move back and let's get serious with this long distance stuff. Okay, we've completed our warm-up round. It's time to go a little distance. We're starting at 60. Something that might help you out, I would suggest using either a large target if you've never shot long distance before. Something as a backdrop might be important too if you're not shooting at a good angle, so your arrow doesn't get buried in the grass. And the further you shoot out, the better chance you're not going to be able to hit that correct angle. While shooting distance, it's a good idea to maybe have access to a metal detector, because if you do miss, you're going to want to find your arrow back, and sometimes at long distances they can really find their way into the grass and into the ground. They can be kind of hard to find. But it's important to try to aim for the center of your target. Pick a target that's got something in the center that you can aim at, so you have the most room for error as possible, because if you've never done this before, it's going to be totally different. It doesn't take but just the slightest flinch and you won't even hit the target. So let's see how I can group at 60 yards. Boom. Let's go check it out again. Well, for 60, not terrible. Need to get it in a little bit more. You know, for myself, I like to consider this inner ring pretty good. I got 3 of them in it, 1 of them on it, and 1 of them outside of it for 60 yards. So that's a good start, but we're gonna go back even further and try 70. All right, round 3, we're heading into 70 yards. 70 yards is a poke with a vertical compound bow. You know, the technology in these things is absolutely great, and it makes it that much easier, but it is still a challenge. So we're gonna see what kind of group we can hold at 70 yards. Truth be told, I don't usually shoot past 60 even for long range practice, so we're just trying to get even better at long range. So we're totally gonna just see how this goes. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead nuts bullseye on the first shot. Won't be able to do that again, but that was awesome. Man. All right, we gotta go check it out. That's pretty awesome. Well, hot diggity dog, that ain't too bad. If we're going by my same generic going in that circle, I'm on the line, in the line, in the line, and then a miss. So for 70 yards, I'll take it. First time shooting 70 at that. Usually just stop at 60. That's pretty awesome. So now we're gonna bring the target in and shoot close like we were if we were deer hunting. Okay, this is my 4th and final round, just to keep it short and sweet. It's getting kind of hot. So at the very end of my long distance shooting, I always end with something that's more realistic. So right now I went from 70 yards to now my target's at 25. And this is a shooting distance that I shoot at very regularly, but also shoot deer at regularly. So I got my target at 25. We're gonna see what we can hit. Go check it out. Pretty darn good. Looks like I had two that were just a touch lower. This is my really shot up side of my target. But either way, I got a much closer grouping at 25 yards versus 70 yards. And that's exactly what shooting far and then moving closely will do. So if you're looking for a good way to train and another just technique to practice, if you have the space, try to shoot real long distances and then move your target in right before you're about to be done. Don't just shoot long distances until you're just flat tired and then move your target up, because then you're going to be tired and you're probably not going to shoot that great. But shoot 3 or 4 at 60, 70 yards and then move your target into a range that you would shoot at a deer and see how you're doing. And obviously moving your target up, it's going to make your shot that much easier. Hope you've enjoyed this short one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.